Hello and welcome to Muppets. Welcome. This is the rap edition of the Winning Attitude series. It's been a whole long month of September and we've been talking about attitude. We've talked about positive attitudes, negative attitudes. We looked at characters in the Bible like Job, Esther, Isaac who dug wells and the frustration of people covering up his wells, and he kept digging. Looked at Job who faced lots of adversity and his wife said, hey, why don't you just curse God and die? We looked at Esther who was faced with a situation and had to take a decision, and she said, hey, if I perish, I perish. You all Jews, join me, stay action, pray fast with me, I must go to the king. We looked at Naomi who also was determined to follow her mother-in-law, and she said, wherever you go, I'll go, your people. So we can go on and on and on. And then is it about Daniel who said he proposed in his heart that, look, I'm not going to define myself with the king's meals. And so those are really beautiful characters. And today on stage right here in Muppet, we have another beautiful character who has volunteered to share her story, her journey, through life. Of course, she's faced different things and she's willing and happy to share her attitude towards all of this, and most importantly, how you also transform attitude, behaviors, thoughts, ideas into actions, and then those actions become the objective or the goal, the outcome of what we see today, the beauty and all the successes we see. So sorry, too much of it, but we need to really listen, pay attention, and join her in her world. So welcome, Dr. Domale, Emah.
Thank you.
You're very much welcome. I'm happy. So please introduce yourself to the world. Domale, Dr. Domale, to the world.
Wow. Thank you, Tracy. It's so nice to be on Muppet today with you. You've said a lot about my transformation and how my attitude has actually helped me to grow, and I'm still growing. Well, first off, let me properly introduce myself. I'm Dr. Domale Emah in the field of banking and finance, a lecturer, a seasoned lecturer, a mother of 3 beautiful kids, and a photographer. Well, it's been a journey, and I would say, of the truth, attitude has helped me propel, helped me move from one level to another, and it's been awesome.
Thank you so much. That's really amazing. Attitude has helped you go from one phase to the other. So just like we talked about some of those characters, I would like you to just zoom in on, one or two things. Okay, so I recall way back when you had your first son or your last baby, you were juggling exams, you were doing something in Uniport, and you just had a baby and you needed to read. So how did you cope? And then, another scenario is, I just imagine as a lecturer, in school, sometimes you put in your everything to deliver lectures and some students are just not it. So I don't know, how do you cope? What are the tools or the tips you can say has managed to, put it together?
Okay, let's start with, you mentioned having a child and writing exams at the same time. It was, I would say, the attitude that helped propel me through that phase. I had my son on a Thursday, and on Monday I had exams for my master's. I was like, how do I juggle? How do I manage this and all that? But I knew the goal I was facing in front. I knew what I was going to achieve. I buckled up with the paints and all that. I knew mother and everything. I carried my young baby to school that day, and I knew what the goal was, the attitude I brought in, the resilience, the determination, because I knew that in future, I will be proud one day to say that even with all I had, the stress and all that, I was supposed to be resting, but I still put in the effort and went to write my exams. Then now my student as a lecturer, that's another beautiful area too. I always used to tell them that you have to have this attitude of, I know my end goal, I know what I'm planning to achieve, and you allow that sit at the back of your mind and propel you and push you, and it makes you want to strive to get it. Oh, this person has done this. How many heads does the person have? I am sure I can do this. I can even do better. So that attitude of perseverance, that resilient attitude, it's able to push you forward for you to carry on your goals, your objectives in life, and having behind you the mind of gratitude.
Wow.
Once you wake up, that positivity, waking up in the morning, oh, I'm up this morning, thank God. You think back, there are so many persons that are not even able to breathe freely. Just that alone could give you that positive attitude you need to push on with the day. And moving forward, I just think that positivity should be an attitude that one should have.
All right, that's so amazing. You've talked about positivity, perseverance, sacrifice, resilience, and I think above all, you really hit on focus. So when you focus on the goal, it propels you, it keeps you going. That's really amazing. In fact, in your speech now, you just made me remember a line from Miles Monroe, and he said something about how we should plan to die empty. So talking about gratitude, waking up in the morning and having that breath in you, then so what do you want to do with it if not to empty yourself, keep doing, keep pushing? So it's really amazing. So one more to say, okay, you've been a photographer. I'm just wondering, where's that coming from? And so now you've achieved your doctorate, your career person. So what makes you not think you've had enough and then stop? What makes you keep pushing to achieve that passion? So it would be nice to share a bit about Zuri moments and your photography passion as well.
Zuri moments, my baby, I would say. I have this passionate thing for photography, creativity, beauty, as in I'm trying to portray, speak through pictures. It has been something I had loved right growing up and all that, and I was like, why can't you do this? Why can't you take up the opportunity to, and boom, I zoomed into that, and it's been a beautiful journey. And with that attitude of making people happy, for them to keep their treasured moments and all that, has been really a good attitude. And when you meet your clients and you portray those refreshing moments of how it's beautiful to share life, beautiful to the positivity, the attitude is always behind pushing it forward, and it's really been a beautiful journey. We are still growing and believing that yes, we'll get there someday.
Wow, thank you so much. It's really amazing having you here today on Map It, Make It Play with Tracy. While she was speaking, she said, so why can't I do this? And then I just remembered my book, which is really Why Can't I? So really there's nothing stopping you. It says breaking the brakes and shackles of limitations. Why can you? So please let's borrow a leaf from Dr. Domale Emah today, and let's decide to wake up. Let's decide to, some people say whenever you wake up, then that's when it's morning for you. It's never too late to start. So I'm really amazing. I'm so happy to have you today. Thank you for being on this show, and we look forward to hearing from you, joining you also in the nearest future.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone who's also watching out there. This is the wrap edition of the winning attitude. So in the winning attitude, remember, there's resilience, there's positivity, there's gratitude, and so on and so forth. Don't go away. Just go to my YouTube channel and look out for the other editions and watch it. Just 3 to 5 minutes, grab the message in it, and please jump to action. That's the most important thing. Let's jump to action. Let's jump to action. Please do that and share your stories and testimonies with us. I love you. We love you. This is Map It, and catch you next week for the October edition. Watch out.